guys, it's a girl and I'm back, and today I'm checking out what's something Europe has changed in your mind as an American. Part one. I'm getting this one from TikTok Reacts. Link in the description below. Please go over and show them some love. So we're going to dive right into this one. Okay, guys? Here we go right about now, because I really want to hear these.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
Okay, I could do 100 of these, but I'm going to start with politics. See, in America, what we think we have is this: a nice equal system where the extreme left and the extreme right are basically the same distance apart. But in reality, if you're going to be on the extreme right, which you basically have to be if you're going to be in the Republican Party, basically anybody to the left of you looks like a communist by comparison. Now, I would say this is the European model. Now, these people over here, your Trumps, your QAnons, to them, this person who's to the right of even the most staunch anti-government European probably looks like a socialist by comparison. And the problem that brings for somebody who's actually on the left is that there's no way to compromise with somebody who's this far away from you on the spectrum without some of your beliefs or actions falling somewhere in the far right wing. What that means in a practical sense is when these people say it's okay for cops to kill black people in the street, is how we end up with a president whose extreme left view is to shoot them in the leg and not the heart.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, guys. That went over. I'm like, what in the God's world? I'm confused here. What does this have to do with how Europe changed your mind? You just can't rap as an American. Can somebody explain that first one to me? Because that to me don't add up. That don't make no sense whatsoever. Because I was expecting to say, the healthcare or this or that and the third. Jude, the dog is running away. Go and help Sean outside now. You got a puppy. They're puppies. We got 2 new puppies, guys. Listen to me. All right, let's continue. Let's continue, because that to me was like, okay, far left, far right. Yeah, what are we talking about here? So somebody please explain that to me. Let's move on.
Well, I live here, so it might be a bit biased, but not having a very solid life plan at the age of 18, kind of staying single until you're in your 30s and not having kids until you're in your 30s and, not feeling like a functional adult until you're, within your mid 30s is okay. It's fine. Yeah. Also, the medical care here is so cheap and accessible that it allows people like me at 40 to still play American football.
So that right there is something that to me is amazing. So it's okay to don't feel like you're a failure by the age of 18 if you don't have life figured out. It is okay to be 25 and you still don't sure what you want to do. It's okay to say, okay, I don't have kids. I'm not married as yet. I still haven't figured out my career part, but it's okay. Living in Europe, it is okay to feel and that way, But in America, no, by 18, you need to know exactly what you want to do. I realize a lot of parents kick their kids out and think that they need to have it together by the age of 18, which don't make no sense to me. It just doesn't. And then he said, yeah, right there, healthcare, affordable and accessible. And you guys, I give my hat to you when it comes down to that. You guys got that one definitely right.
I was living in France for 7 months. I would say it changed my lifestyle a lot. Firstly, I can't even wear Crocs outside anymore. Or any really athletic clothing to
yoga pants and
any
stuff.
Place other than the gym.
Yep.
I'm not doing it. I'm also not in a rush to do anything, to go anywhere, to finish my food. I'm not in a rush to do anything. I love eating in now. I don't want to eat in the car. I don't want to eat in the drive-thru. I just want to sit and eat. Lastly, I would say diet and exercise. I find myself parking further away so that I can walk because I watch so much in France. And then I'm also not eating the same things I used to eat because they didn't have Pop-Tarts. They didn't have all the sugar that we eat in the U.S. all over the place. And if they did, it was rated an F. So you don't even want to eat.
Oh, so it's rated an F for your sugary stuff or the stuff that are not healthy. That's a plus right there. But I can see how her taste bud changed. And I can see how she, like she said, move Going to Europe made her have an appreciation for food and to treat her body better. That's a plus right there. And she said diet, not even diet, but exercise and enjoy the food that she eats. She's not rushing. She's more laid back instead of constantly rushing and you're on the go and you're stuffing your mouth with stuff that is not good for your body. That's a plus.
Hey, I was born and raised in America. I came to the UK when I was 21.
Okay.
I broke my ankle not long after I got here and had a full operation, full physiotherapy for months, was looked after by doctors for months.
Zero.
Months. Do you know how much it cost me?
Zero.
Nothing. It cost me nothing. I had my daughter here. I had full prenatal care. I tried to have a home birth, and I had a few teams of midwives and a doctor in attendance at my home. It turned into an emergency. I was taken to hospital and ended up having her in the hospital. And you know how much it cost me?
Zero.
Nothing. Yes, I do pay national insurance, but it's like, I don't know, £10 a month or something.
What?
I don't know. Maybe it's more. I'm not sure what I pay, but it's not very much. And my healthcare is free.
Hold up. Did she say she had myriads of a good amount of midwives plus a doctor on board to have a home birth? You have a doctor that goes into the home? If you're planning on having a home birth with the midwives, are you serious? Like, I've never heard of that here in the US. No, I've never heard an American say, okay, I'm going to have a home birth and I have a doctor plus midwives here. No, never. That's a first. Can you imagine here in America, things don't go right? Trying to have a home birth and you have to have emergency. You have to be rushed to the hospital. Do you know how much that going to cost? You don't want to know how much I pay just to be in the hospital to have kids, much less. You can buy a house, you can buy a car, what I pay to have just one of my kiddos. So add them up if I have 5. I'm not laughing. It's because it's funny. I'm just like, that's crazy. I always say this. I've learned about the NHS when it comes on to the UK, and I'm telling you guys have a gem. Your government know what it means to take care of its people when it come on to health care, that you don't have to mortgage your house or sell a kidney just to make a kidney better, or stay home and you rather die instead of going to the doctor because guess what? You don't have the money to pay. It's that serious, and I cannot stress this anymore. If Europe can get it right, other third world countries can get it right. Why can't America? But they just don't choose to. I know that's what it is, but it's sad and it's disheartening to know that's just how it is. Crazy.
Hi, I'm an American living in Germany, and my wake-up call was realizing that the fact that I'm mortified of calling 911 in the US is not normal. In the US, you don't call 911 unless it is a near-death experience because that shit's expensive. You either take some Advil, chug some water, and sleep it off.
Lay down.
Or if that doesn't work, someone can rush you to urgent care. But we still don't call 911.
Nope.
And that's not normal.
Nope. That should never be normal, but it is the norm here. You don't call 911 unless it is an emergency. You don't have a choice. Period. If you don't have a choice, then you call because it's going to cost you. It's either you're going to have a friend or you take a taxi or something else. And even when you do all of that, you're still stressing about the bill that you're going to have. So most people rather stay home, stay sick, rather die, rather than to get when it's at your final moment. Like I said, it's a dire need or you need to before you go. When it's too late, most of the time, people are rushing to the doctor.
There has to be a deeper reason behind why America and Japan are the only countries in the world that wash their eggs. And if I know anything about how America likes to cut corners, save $1 at the expense of the people, I don't feel like I will like the answer once I get it.
I did not know Japan washed their eggs too. See, if I did not watch videos about the UK and seeing the eggs on the shelf, it wouldn't dawn on me that America washed their eggs. I gotta be front up with you, because in my eyes, I just went out, bought eggs, and bring it. I didn't even look at the process of how these eggs get to the get into the fridge, and because I've came here and I got accustomed to what it is. Just go and take the eggs. It didn't clock in my head like, oh, you buy eggs off the shelf. The eggs are not supposed to be in the fridge. I didn't know they were washing and sanitizing these eggs when the eggs already have a protect. Ooh, child.
So I've had the luxury of being in Sweden for about like 4 months now. And the first thing I noticed when I got here was the quality of the food. The quality of the food is so much better than what it is back home in the US.
Believe you.
Even the fucking McDonald's, like you can tell the food is real, like it's real chicken, it's real beef, it's real fucking food. And compared to back home, nah.
Paper.
Like we have a lot more options of like fast food and all that type of shit back home, but the quality of the food is just so much better here. It's fresh, it's real, and back home, I don't know. Like I would never eat Burger King back home, but here in Sweden, it just tastes so fucking good for some reason. And also the safeness. Like I have not felt unsafe not once while I've been here at Gothenburg. So yeah.
So that's a big one. I've always hear people talk about the European region when it comes on to, hey mama, when it comes on to, hold on guys. When it comes on to food and the European region, you always hear, guys, the meat is real. It's not the cardboard and this processed stuff that we have here in America. You guys are spot on when it comes on to food. It is the best of the best, and you guys don't joke about that, and your people don't want it if it's not the real deal. So I can see when he talks about fast food in America and fast food in European region is two total different things. And I can understand why majority of Americans who travel to the European region don't want to eat this fast food when they get back here. You can't blame them.
This is going to sound strange, but the milk in America really creeps me out. I'm not American, I'm British, but I live in America. And back home, our milk goes off within a few days of opening it. And it stinks, like it's got lumps in it, you can tell that it's off. Yeah. But the milk in America legit lasts for like weeks. And that really creeps me out. I don't know if I'm going crazy.
How cheap it is.
No, she's not going crazy. And I've noticed. I was like, you can have milk, because sometimes when you go in the supermarket and look at the date of the milk from when you're buying it, you say, oh, say today is the 2nd of October. You can get milk, best before, all the way out. You can pick up 24 days. I'm like, expire on the 24th, but we just started. It's crazy. Yep. You see it dated 4 hours. I'm like, how? Once you open that milk, somebody said, once you open the milk, don't let nothing else touch against that milk, because the milk will go bad in days. Just make sure whatever you pour it against is clean. If you pour it in the glass, don't let anything else touch the header. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, that's all. These milk, the additives in these milk, it's American milk is not milk. That's why I don't drink cow's milk here. I do not drink. You can taste it. Oh, I don't drink cow's milk. Maybe it's wrong for me to be drinking soy milk, but that's what I drink.
To travel. This is applicable for the rest of the world, not just Europe. But accommodations and public transportation is so cheap in Europe. And traveling is a lifestyle. It's so different in the United States. Like if you want to travel cheap in the US, you got to hitchhike, got to be a dirty kid, you got to train hop. People still do that in Europe, but you don't have to. You can stay at hostels for $10 a night. You can get a train ticket to a different country for $20. You can ride the subway across the city for $1, and it'll take 15 minutes. Now, of course, this depends on what city you are in Europe, but you're also encouraged to travel there. Unlike the United States, where everything revolves around working.
Oh, your transportation system is amazing. Traveling in the European region, it's on a whole nother level. Getting from point A to point B. Not only that, it seems as if Europe is just made for you to explore and to travel places and at an affordable price. That's what it seems to me after looking at so many of these videos. I'm like, you get to, if you want to go somewhere for cheap, here, like she said, listen, man, you gotta hitch a ride with somebody, and you won't bump from one state to the next. Ain't happening, because these states are so huge. But within the state itself, you want to get from one city to the next, it's costing you. If you don't have your own ride, it's gonna cost you. And if you're flying, it's costing you. Like I said, everything in the US is about money.
Very simple. Public transport. You can't tell me in the majority of US cities that people openly take public transport and are confident, feel safe, feel like it can get them anywhere. Public transport, 100%. Like, I don't know what I would do without public transport in the UK. Even if I got a car, the idea that you can jump on a train to get from one side to the next side of the city, the idea that even from a standpoint of like trains and transportation in general is just much better in European countries. Like, if you disagree with it.
I just said it. And then she said, somebody else says safety. They feel safe. They don't have to be looking over their shoulder. In Sweden, in the European region, safety is top notch. You don't feel scared. You know, to go to the supermarket or to go to the movie theater, you don't have to be looking over your head. Or if you're at school, you don't have to wonder if something's going to go wrong, some form of mass shooting or whatever. The European region, safety, transportation, healthcare. Oh God, you guys got it right.
That they overfeed us and our portion control is outrageous, and the food quality that we have in America is trash.
Would you also accept the submission of the culture shock a European gets when we come to the States? Mind you, when they told me that we were going to go live in the States, I was stoked. Because for me, the US was Six Flags, Universal Studios, Disneyland, In-N-Out Burger. But over time, I started falling in a sort of uncanny valley. So it was the food. Cheese was just a block of plastic. Have you ever seen what mozzarella is supposed to look like? And I slowly started realizing that everything tasted chemically. So you have ginormous vegetables, but they taste like nothing. I realized that the difference in volume is just made up of water. Now I realize why so many of you, in order to spice your food, you have to put powdered garlic and powdered onion instead of the real thing. It's because it's dehydrated. You need less volume to get the same punch. But go get thee some garlic in the Mediterranean. Will knock you off your feet. It is pungent. You just use the fresh thing. You don't need the powdered version. And I know what I'm on about because I have been to Gilroy, your capital of garlic. Honestly, meh. Sorry, but yeah. Then there's sugar everywhere, even in the bread. And for a nation that is so obsessed with sugar, how do you consistently get your candy so wrong? I'm sorry, but I'm not letting you off the hook until we talk about corn candy. What the fuck is that?
Jeez, she's touching on some valid points right here. You got to give it with her. Listen, when it comes on, I don't know what the heck is corn candy. I've never had corn candy. I don't know what it is. So I've never had corn. I don't know what it is. That's my first thing. Second, everything is huge and it's tasteless. She's right. And I don't know why people be using this garlic powder, onion powder. I can never, why they don't use fresh stuff. It makes it, maybe because I'm Jamaican and my food just have to have flavor and have the right taste. Maybe that's what it is, but it don't make no sense to me. Everything is powder, this powder, that powder. Woo, yeah. And she's right. Everything is all about sugar. And the cheese is definitely plastic. I don't know how people eat American cheese. Sorry, don't get me wrong, I love my Jamaican cheese any day, every day. I'm yet to try cheese from the UK, but anytime I do, I'll let you guys know exactly what I think. But she's spot on, not to mention American chocolate. For a country that does so much sweet, she's right. How you can't get candy right?
Did anyone actually eat that? Why is it so popular? Have you ever had a nice French gelée?
No.
Oh my God. Have you ever had candied violet petals?
Mm-mm.
I'm salivating already. Already covered how weird your chocolate tastes. Everything was just consistently in this kind of uncanny valley. Like the house is made of drywall. Where's the stone? Where's the cement? Where's the brick? I was a kid, but after a while, my mother asked me, how are you liking living in the States? And apparently I said, it's creepy because it's like Disneyland, but without the fun. Then everything looks like the thing, but isn't the thing. I could go on, but you brought food as an example, and I just thought I'd respond in kind. I know it's difficult to leave the States, but if you get a chance, come back.
Yep.
Welcome you with open arms. But I'm going to leave on a positive note for you. There are a few things that nobody can do like the US. These are not going to be like gotchas. Number one, peanut butter, amazing. And it's a you thing. Number two, but this is my main thing, New York cheesecake. Nobody in Europe does it like you. They do this weird no-bake cheesecake. Not the same thing. Cherry pie, anything Cajun spiced, all amazing.
Yeah.
Your Napa Valley white wines are okay also. Not amazing, but okay. Red velvet cake, insanely good.
It is.
Pancakes and French toast. Your breakfast laughs, but I could only eat it if I was really hungover. Do you want more culture shock examples? Let me know.
I went to
Listen, she was spot on. She was spot on with everything she said. I gotta give it to her. She's spot on. The candy, the chocolate, the cheese. Listen, she even touched on the drywall. Where's the concrete? Where's the bricks? I am still yet. You can. Let me pull my shirt down. Let me show them pretty shoulders. You can. You can punch your hand through a wall here in the US and damage your house. Huh? Try that. Try that in the European region. Try it and you see what happens. It's like everything is backwards.
Europe in 2018 when I graduated college, and I went myself on a tour. I was there for about a month, but because I knew I was going to be traveling so much, I only packed a carry-on. And I was so excited. By the time I got to Europe, I realized I didn't pack my hairbrush. And at the time, my hair was much longer, and I was wearing a wash and go for this trip. So anyway, while I was traveling, I met friends, and I told them, like, hey, I need to find, like, a hairbrush. They were like, oh, let's go to the supermarket. And I was like, no, like, I need a different brush. It's not the same. I know it when I find it. When I tell you I spent the entire month searching for a hairbrush for black hair, my hair looked crazy. Nobody knew because it was. And it made me realize that even though I complain about America all the time, I still have access to hair products that are made for me. Braids next time.
That's interesting. Oh, so she's saying that in America, she would have found it. That is funny. I'm sorry, guys. But after it came out of my mouth, I'm like, what was that? She would have found it. I'm sorry, that cracked me up. She would have found black hair, but she could not find anywhere. She was for the whole time. She was there because it's forcefully white. She kept doing this, but she mean white white skin tone. They have the good hair. They don't have the thick up hair like we do, and there was no hairbrush. But that one threw me out the park. But she's like, oh, she's in America, but at least I could go and find stuff for my kind of hair. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, this is her experience too. You can't beat her on that one. She's like, I just couldn't find it for the whole month. I'm searching supermarkets and stuff, and they just didn't have it. So yeah. But I love the fact that people are seeing and telling what they experience when they travel. You know, the culture shocks. They're like, listen. So when you stop, it's good to travel. It really is. It opens your mind, you know, and you see that things are different outside than what you're used to, you know, and it's a whole different experience. And I'm on board with it 100%. I can't wait to try. Like she said, something under the rose. Yeah, them chocolate. Yeah, I've been getting UK chocolates here, and I'm losing my rockers eating them because they're so good. And when I say so good, I mean so good. But with that said, it's the Island Girl that I'm running out of here. PO Box in the description below, just so you guys know. Be good, be kind. It's always get on me with healthcare, safety, transportation. You got it right. You really safety. Yeah, I did say that. Europe got it right, and America, I don't think it will ever change or get these things right at all. It is just going downhill when it comes on to those things in America. Now, bashing on America, no, there's some good ones. She said, well, you got the peanut. You gotta give a red velvet cake is off the chain. You gotta give due to America for that. They have. I've had. It's one of my favorite. I hardly eat it, but it's one of my favorite. I don't do cheesecake. She said peanut butter. I'm not a peanut butter fanatic like that. No. But yeah, with all the sugar, the rubber and the milk, yeah. Nah. The meat, the fast food, no. America got it all wrong. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you're on board with these people that talk about these things here on this one. And the portion control when it comes on to food in America is so much food. And like the lady said, look, it's just a lot. You get a lot of food, and it depends on what you eat. Cajun food, I've tried Cajun food here is nice, but if it's not my Jamaican food I'm cooking, nothing beats that. I'm sorry, nothing beats that. Period. And you get to savor your food, sit back, relax, and not, eat healthier when you travel outside into the European region. And that's a plus as well. Love you guys to the max. Be good, be safe out there. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in another one. Bye.